Hey guys, so I'm gonna be starting a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 series. Now with all the hype over Roller Coaster Tycoon Worlds, I thought it would be a good time to go back to the older games and take one last go at it. So I'm gonna start out here by destroying the starting path. So I'll just take a moment to talk about what I'm going for here. So this is going to be largely based in your viewer suggestions. So instead of dividing the park up into 4 parts and putting a big world here, a big world there of various themes like is often done, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna be calling pocket worlds, which is similar, except we're gonna have a lot more different themes and maybe just 2, 3, 4 rides in every world. So just a small little pocket of each world. So of course this is going to rely largely on transportation. That's why we're going to have a monorail going through the whole thing. So there's going to be a large central monorail that really connects and links the park up, and we might even have multiple park entrances, which is a trick I'll talk about later if it comes to that. But for now, let's just work on making this entrance looking nice. So first thing I notice is right as you walk in, if you were walking into this theme park, it'd be really strange and barren over here. So what I'm going to want to do is fence it off, first off, because they wouldn't just have a big open area like this for you to wander out into. So just going to fence off this little entrance bit just to kind of separate it from the park, to keep the real world kind of atmosphere out of the park. Or I mean, as real world as that gets, but you know what I mean. So now we have just a nice little fence off area. So I think I'll decorate this a little bit too, because it's looking pretty bland and gross. Just click off all these filters here except generic, because in the beginning of the park I'm just going to do a nice little generic feel, because just the intro, nothing too crazy. I don't really think we should go over the top yet. That'll be later when we decide what kind of worlds we want to do and all that. So just some nice symmetrical tree placement right there. And now I'm going to put down some flowers. I really like flowers in this game. There's a lot of customization you can do with them through the colors, but for now I'll just use defaults and put a little flower bed in there. And here's a little trick for if you want to place flowers under a tree tile, you're going to want to hover it over the tile you want, hold shift, and then click them down, and then they'll load in. They're technically up here on this tile, but visually they'll load in down below them. So you can do that under, or on top of, rather, all the trees. And that creates a nice little effect of kind of like flowery force bed. So now we're going to go over to the hedges portion and select the small hedge. And this is a nice little technique I learned from another great Roller Coaster Tycoon YouTuber who I admire greatly, named Flabaliki. So I'm not so sure if I like that look so much. I'm going to get rid of those ones. And I'm just going to stick with these along the side here, like so. So that gives the entrance a nice little kind of more lush, kind of forested feel, less scary and barren void. Alright, now what I always like to do is start off making a little bit of a, doing the basic facilities. So a little bit of food, a little bit of drink, souvenirs, all that kind of stuff. So branching off from the main path here where they're all wandering around, I'm gonna make a little sub path and create a plaza over here. Or you know what? No, I'm gonna make the plaza right here in the middle. I think that'd be a better idea. So I'm gonna gotta make it to permanent daytime. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 out in both directions. And then expand this guy out a little bit. And now I'm gonna bring the path across here, and what I'm gonna do, gonna delete that bit of path. I'm gonna make little 4x4 pockets where I'm gonna put different stalls. So got that, and then that down there. 2x2 is what I mean. Sorry, 2x2, 2x2. Now we have some nice little stalls, and I'm gonna extend this out a little bit, and right in here, in these pockets, I'm gonna put bathrooms and the essentials, and I'll put food, and then drinks, and then souvenirs. I think that's a good little plan to start out. So I'll go into the food, and I'll do a nice burger joint right here. Can't go wrong with burgers. And leave suggestions for the name of all these things down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read those. That'll be a lot of fun getting to name things with all y'all. So now I'm gonna put in some fries, burger and fries, and put in put in some hot dogs right here by them. Some more just like generic amusement park food. You always gotta have some of that. I'll put in some pizza too, some just nice greasy, fatty, calorie-filled amusement park food. And I'll do some cotton candy, some of that in there. I'm facing these guys back to back just to make it a little bit more visually appealing rather than all of them facing different directions. Oh, chicken. Chicken's good. What other kinds of foods are there in here? I'll get a nice sandwich here, nice sub from the old amusement park. And finally, let's do pretzels. So pretzels are making you thirsty. Alright, so now that we have some food in, I reckon we better put some drinks in as well so that they don't get thirsty. So, my bad, don't want hot chocolate. Not that cold out here by the looks. Looks pretty hot actually. So I'll put in some just normal drinks. Get a bit of Coke, a bit of Pepsi, just to hydrate yourself, and then some lemonade as well. And I always like to put in the root beer drink stand, even though it's technically is Western themed. I think it fits pretty nicely in with generic scenery because it's just root beer, you know. That's a pretty normal drink to have, not specifically Western, I don't think. And I guess we'll do coffee in here too if you come in the early morning and you got to get your caffeine before you go on the rides. And now I'll do a little souvenir pocket right here, just so they can take home a little keepsake. I'll do balloons. Oh, I love doing the balloons in here. So open this up, but we definitely got to add some different color balloons. You can't just have blue balloons. Okay, so I'll add one more balloon color in there. So we'll have a green one and an orange one, and pink and yellow. Alright, that seems like a good color variation in the balloons. And now just some accessories. Get the little cheap inflatable hammers that always pop after a couple of days. What else? Where's that? Oh, yep, the classic souvenirs icon right there from the intro screen. And then the last one, I think I'll do stripy t-shirts. Cool. Is there any kind of customization you can do? Ah, yeah. Okay. So that's a nice little bit of commercial area there where you can buy and sell things. And now I'll add in some essential kind of facilities up here at the top. So I'm gonna go to facility. Sorry, facilities. Go to facilities, and I'll have an information booth here. I'll do 2 information booths because they're pretty important. So get another information booth in there. And now I'm going to put in a couple of toilets so they can go to the bathroom. That's one need that they always complain about. Little notifications there. And now finally, I think I'll add in an ATM here and a first aid on the other side. I don't think there's really need for 2 first aid or 2 ATMs at all, really. They don't get used a whole lot. So now I'm just going to add some details to this path. So I'll add some trash cans and trash bin. Trash can there, I want a lot of trash cans in this area because it's full of food, so they have wrappers to throw out and all that kind of stuff. There, there, and there, there. Trying to line them up with the other side, keep it symmetrical. There. Okay, I think that's a nice bit of trash can placement. And let's get some street lamps, more for decoration than anything else, really. And let's put some in there. Okay, now I think this path is pretty good, this little area, so I'm going to hire some janitors to keep it clean, and also some mechanics to keep this area in running order. So these janitors and some mechanics. So it's a nice little functioning area, but it still looks pretty bland, so I think we could add some stuff to the center of the path here to keep it from looking so bland. So I'll make some room here. And I don't think I'll insert any scenery items, but actually just some more hedges and flowers and all that. I think that really adds a lot of character to the park. Now can I place a tree in the middle of all that? Okay. So some Douglas firs here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Add some character. And I'll go back to the shrubs here. More hedges in. And just hedge this whole row here. Really liven up the park, because you never want to just have an area which is a whole bunch of barren green flat land around it. Because that's, I think, one of the biggest differences in what makes a good park into a great park is having just those little touches that they aren't much, but they take up space and keep the park from being surrounded by just nothingness, which is, I think, a big problem that a lot of people have with this game. So, I think I'm going to end the first episode here, and make sure in the comments to leave suggestions about where I should go with the park, what names I should name things, and just any suggestions you have, and if you want more or not of these videos. So I'm going to end the first one there, and I'll be back in part 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.